In today's video, we'll be talking about squash and stretch, which is said to be the most important discovery of the principles. According to the illusion of life, anything that isn't rigid will show some considerable movement within its shape in progressing through an action. The softer an object is, the more squash and stretch it'll have. Twist is also part of this principle, but is often forgotten about. But squash, stretch, and twist probably doesn't have the same ring to it as a principle like squash and stretch does. Some examples of squash and stretch can be found within ourselves. Our arm muscles, for example, will swell up a bit when they're bent. It can be found in our faces, which are so flexible that our heads could be like a ball squashing and stretching. Using Eric Goldberg's example in Character Animation Crash Course, I'll show you how squash and stretch can be used in the head. Even the poses we do to perform an action can have some squash and stretch in them. When applying squash and stretch to an animation, it's best to keep the volume in mind. The bouncing ball exercise is one of the first tests beginning animators are given because not only can it be quickly rendered and changed, but because it teaches both squash and stretch and timing, another principle we'll get into in another video. Pop quiz. Is this a squash or stretch position of a ball? The answer is a trick question. It's being squashed by these two pillars. Now let me ask you again. Is this a squash or stretch? In normal situations, this would be considered a squash. But for this occasion, someone is stretching the ball. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to tune in the next video where I talk about anticipation, and I'll see you next time.